Good morning. It is Thursday, March the 4th, 2021. Sego, David Lahash Juts. Welcome to today's special edition of the COVID-19 Task Force Update on this, our 185th edition of Kahnawà 911. It's definitely a momentous day here in the community. We're finally rolling out the vaccines this morning for those 80 years and up, along with those who have immunosuppressed issues. And joining us live from the Vaccination Center is Joe Delarone. Joe, can you tell us what's going on there today?
Thank you very much, Dave. And yes, it is a momentous occasion, historic significance for sure. And joining us on this program, the special edition, is Lloyd Phillips, who is the Commissioner of Public Safety, and of course the head of the task force here in Kahnawà. Lloyd, how are you?
I'm very good this morning. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we talked about history being made today. We're going to have our first vaccinations done in a few minutes. Let's talk a little bit about history.
Well, actually, today is very very historic, because actually 1 year ago today was actually the first press release that public safety put out notifying the community of the upcoming pandemic, or as we called it back then. And we were already in the process of assembling a team with KMHC and all appropriate people. So it's kind of significant, because 1 year ago we put the notice out, and here we are 1 year later, in the process of the beginning of the end in terms of rolling out the vaccine.
It's I guess when you look back, it's been a real roller coaster ride. I think if you look back a year ago, saying that we're aware, we're putting a team together, and it didn't take long for that to actually kind of explode. There was a big meeting that was held, I remember, at the Emergency Operations Center, where it was decided right then and there that we had to take drastic actions. Just to remind us a little bit about what some of those drastic actions were.
Well, you're right. Again, even though we were preparing, we were getting ready early on. It took a lot of preparation, but the drastic measures on the 13th actually of March, we had to immediately send people home from work who had traveled for March break. We had to institute the isolation procedures immediately, and then the following day afterwards, that's when we start closing down some non-essential businesses in the community, returning everything to essential services within the community. So it's really a lot of major decisions that they made very quickly, and yes, it's been ups and downs. We as a task force, we had our accolades, we had our criticisms, but we always try to guide the community in the best possible way. And I'm certainly glad to be standing here today.
Well, one of the actions that had to be taken, and it took a while because they had to develop them, was that for vaccines. And now, after a long wait, the day is here. You mentioned off the top that this might be the big step toward finally getting out of this. I know we don't want to over speculate, but what's the reaction then that you've had from community members? Are they in a hurry? Are people resisting? How's this going to go?
Well, I think the vast majority of the community is looking forward to having the vaccine. We received many inquiries of people asking, when can I register? When can I get my vaccine? And so I'm confident the vast majority of the community is looking forward to getting vaccinated. As a task force, we always said we want to have at least 80% plus of the community vaccinated. If we can get 100%, even better, because it is also protecting yourself, but it's also protecting our community. And as a collective people, I think it's everybody's responsibility to get vaccinated.
And today we start off with the 85 plus group, which is one of the most vulnerable. We've been very fortunate in Kahnawà with the strong measures that have been taken. This one opens up what kind of how many people are we expecting once we start to roll over here with that group?
Well, we're doing 80 plus starting today, and then also some immunosuppressed. So we're looking at approximately 100 today, a little over 100 tomorrow, and then around 50 on Saturday. And then come next Tuesday, where we're rolling out full swing and looking at about 300 per day.
All right. Well, looks like we're about to get rolling. In terms of, and I think we have to go this way here. Okay. We are actually now going to have the first couple of people who will be getting the vaccine. And one of them is Millie Bush and her sister-in-law, Myrtle Bush. So they're going to be the first two people who get the vaccine. And we're going to bring that to you live right here in Kahnawà. So let's move in here. This one here. Sorry, we're going to Myrtle first. This one here. Oh, here she is. Here is Myrtle.
I don't want to hear you.
Hi, Myrtle. Yeah. It's gonna go or no? Ah, got it. So, you're going to be the first person to receive the vaccine here in Kahnawà at this center. How do you feel this morning?
I feel very good. I feel excellent.
How have you felt throughout this last year? Because it's been a challenge for everybody. How have you handled things?
Well, I have to handle it good or else I'm going to feel bad. Eh? But it's my kids that are worried about me from Arizona and California. My son calls me every Sunday and he asks me, "Did you get your shot yet?" He's worried and he's going to be so happy when I tell him I'm getting it. I got it today.
So I guess, are you afraid at all? Are you worried at all?
I was not worried. I was not scared. I was nothing, but she scared me now.
So again, you're going to be the first, so you're going to make a little history here in Kahnawà.
Oh,
And I don't know how close we are to the actual needle going into the arm. I see that you have some family members. Your sister-in-law is on the other side as well, right?
which one, Annie?
No, Millie.
Oh, Millie, yeah.
Millie's over there.
Oh, I haven't seen her for a while because we used to see each other every week. And then we all somehow got old and we can't roam around anymore.
So you've been, you look actually very, very good. You only just retired from teaching.
Yeah, I
So-
retired. I was 83 when I retired.
Oh my goodness.
But I'm still helping them on the telephone.
Ah, excellent. So we're gonna check with the nurse here. How are we doing? We are just about ready to go.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So looks like,
Very happy to get it anyway.
yeah, well, good for you. It'll be the first of many. We're hoping that most people in Kahnawà receive the vaccine. We saw the truck come in there this morning, and they have hundreds of those little vials, and we're going to see one here. Maybe we can get a real close-up of what we're gonna see here. An exciting day here in
We
Kahnawà.
better all get it so we can get over it. Eh?
Yeah, we want to move forward. We want to be able to get back out and visit. I mean, I'm sure it's been difficult. You can't have people coming in because
Yeah.
you're the type of person who would meet like 50, 20, 50, 60 people a day.
Yeah, but now everybody, it seems like they're afraid of me.
Well, you have no fear, so we're going to be set in a moment here. And let's talk a little bit about what's going to happen.
I'm just going to give you an injection in the arm.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yes.
So we'll sit back and let you do your work.
Please. All right. So whenever you're ready, you can get your arm out. All right. So I'm just going to see the site. You're going to feel a little bit of pulse. Great. We'll take a nice deep breath. 1, 2, 3. All finished.
I'm finished.
Yes.
I didn't even feel anything.
Good.
All right, all right. Stop. And there you have it. Our first very tough leopard-clad recipient of the first vaccine in Kahnawà. All right, so joining us now is Executive Director of the Kahnawà Memorial Hospital Center, Lisa Westaway. Lisa, got that. And we're done. So what does that mean now? We have obviously a lot of people to come here. Just give us some of your thoughts.
Well, this is just the beginning, but it feels like it feels like an elation. You know, like you're like super excited, and we're. I've been, very emotional all morning. We're really excited to start this. We see that even community members and elders that have come through are super excited to be here. I've spoken to a few of them and, ask about how hard this year was and what this means to them and how for them it is the beginning. It's like a new beginning. It's safety and being able to get back to see their families, and it's I don't really have words.
Well, it is an emotional time, especially when you look at this past year and the amount of work and dedication that we've all had to, get involved in. It's been a crazy year. And now I think in many ways, we see sort of the beginning of the light at the end of our tunnel here.
Yeah, right.
I know you had a bit of a struggle last couple of days here, but you did make it actually in time for the tobacco burning at 8:30 this morning. So we're off and running now. We have we're expecting at least about 100 people today.
Yes.
How's it going to roll up? Just quickly to finish up in terms of how long should this whole process take in terms of after we get past the 80s, the 70s, the immunosuppressed, the general population?
So the general population, we're already going to start, they're already starting to book very shortly. So we, by next week, and we should be finished the whole community within 3 to 4 weeks. So it's going to roll out very quickly. And everybody will have their opportunity starting next week to book, and it'll be first come, first serve. And again, we expect to finish 3 to 4 weeks in.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, so, well, thank you very much, Lisa, and thank you very much, Lloyd. And of course, we'd like to thank Myrtle Bush and her wonderful nurse from Kahnawà. She is the first person in Kahnawà to receive the vaccine right here at the vaccination center at the Mohawk Bingo. That's it for us. So, Dave, back to you.
Thanks, Joe. And just a reminder that if you're 70 and over, you can now book your appointment for your vaccine by visiting Kahnawake911.com and to click the link that you see on the screen. It'll take you right to the Click Santé website, and you can make your appointment there on your computer, or you can also call the KMHC at 450-638-3930. The extension is 2295 or 2206. And that's it for this morning's special edition of Kahnawake 911. And we'll be back later on this afternoon for yet another live update, so please stay tuned. And from all of us here at the Vaccination Center, thank you very much for watching, and stay safe. Yawa go, goa, danu, wanagiwahi.